This
multiple
conference will
tabs.
now be recorded.
Right, we can
Okay.
manage multiple tabs. For example, see, this is our session. Okay, so for example, so where is our 10 p.m. batch? This is our 10 p.m. batch, right? Am I right? This is 10 p.m. batch. Okay, so just you can label it. So 10 p.m. Okay, so this is Mugda class like that. Okay, so just you can copy paste whatever the link. Just you can open this notepad. So here we are having a GoToMeeting link is there now. So this is our GoToMeeting link. Just you can copy paste like this. So just click here this one and automatically it will goes to the your meeting ID. Okay,
Yes,
this
yes.
is cool, right? Right.
That's
So
why I
chalo.
joined before 5 minutes.
Okay, so just we are waiting for you only, right?
Oh, yeah. But yeah.
See. So evening time, this is the first session, right? This is the first session, right? For example, at 10 o'clock, before 10 o'clock, I have one session, right? But this is the first session now, and obviously, so max of maximum, I will join. I will connect before 5 minutes only, right?
Okay.
So there is no delay for the first session. Coming to the, for example, before I have any session, and obviously I will inform to you, right? I am coming 5 minutes, 10 minutes late, like that. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever I'm not available at 5 o'clock now, okay, so just ping me, right? Chalo. So what we discussed yesterday? Yesterday we discussed how to create the object and how to create the tabbing, right? So we created one application, CMS application, and I created one object that is students object. Okay, so rest of the objects you have to create. Okay, so Mukta, did you created this application object?
I didn't I didn't get the links. I told you, right? I wanted to see it because I wanted to create it from scratch. So last two classes, I didn't get the link. I was waiting until night. So I could not do anything,
Okay,
Shiva.
so I updated, see here, 10th and 11th, just you can go through the videos and just you can check it.
Right, right,
Right?
right. Okay, so
Do it.
I will
Do
do
it.
it today for 3 days. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Right. See, one more thing, so don't depend upon these videos, sir. This videos is just for
No,
your reference purpose. Right. So
yeah,
when I'm
but
teaching, just to
then,
have to maintain, see, when I'm teaching, just to have to maintain, just have to write a short notes. Right.
uh-huh.
Got it. Right. Chalo. Okay, so then,
Yeah, I see it now.
okay, so this is our structure. Okay, so we created application object, and today we are going to see what are the fields we are having. Right.
Mhm.
What were the fields we are having in our object.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, yes, it's loading. Yeah, it's loading.
Okay, okay.
In Windows 10, normally the images will be loaded too late. Okay, so
Uh,
compared to the Windows 7 or Windows 8, right? See here. Okay, so these are the fields we are having in our students object, and these are the fields we are having in department, and these are the fields. Okay, so every object's having some fields.
yeah.
Every object having some fields, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Let's see here, right? Okay, in students object, I will create only one record, one field. I will show how to create the field. Okay, and rest of the fields we have to create. But
Okay.
so tomorrow, if I have these fields, so then only we are going to discuss the session. So why?
Yeah.
Because see, so this structure is mandatory for the next session. Okay,
Yeah.
so tomorrow we are discussing something different, some advanced fields, some advanced functionality by using these fields. Okay, so that's
Okay.
why obviously we need this information. Obviously we need this information tomorrow, right?
Okay.
So shut up. Okay, so just I'm logging to the.
Madhu, it's up, a little down. Yeah, there.
Okay.
Hmm.
See, Madhu also, Madhu. You also didn't create the same.
No, actually, I'm a bit busy.
Okay. So do it,
I, I,
yeah. See,
I
so
will
see,
complete. No, no, I will complete today.
yeah. Please spend a
Tomorrow is the
minimum
weekend.
1 hour. See, please send
Yeah.
whatever your work have, right? Okay, so please
Mm.
spend a minimum 1 hour. Why? Because see, if the date will be passed now, and obviously you are getting more workload.
Yeah.
See, so
Yes,
today,
yes,
see
yes.
today. So if you completed this objects yesterday now, so then today you will create only fields. Okay,
Mhm.
so if there is
Mhm.
pending topics now, and obviously it will be very difficult and it will be time taking. So that's why in first day only, all told to you. So whenever, okay, you're practicing, then only you will get a knowledge. Got
Yes,
it?
sure.
So that's the
Yep.
reason. Please spend as a minimum 1 hour per day. Right.
Up.
See,
Sure.
not only what I'm teaching, no need to practice the same thing. Right. You have to think differently. You have to think differently. Shiva, why we are not creating like this? Okay, when I'm creating, we are getting this doubt. Okay, you have to do, okay, so that type of experiments. Right. So whenever you did that type of experiment, then we are having some conversation, like some discussion. Right. In the discussion, you will get some knowledge, some more knowledge, some real-time knowledge. Right. So when you're having this discussion, so when you're working in a company, okay, so you will get a chance to discuss with employees, and you can improve yourself, right? Right.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
type of what? So knowledge is very important. Okay, so some people having knowledge, but so they didn't have discussing skills, right? So improve yourself. Okay, so come with different types of the scenario. So even though, see, so you are getting one doubt. Okay, even though I didn't also get the doubt. Okay, I don't know that type of a question, so no one can ask, right? So then I will also do some R&D. What is that? Okay, so why we are getting this type of errors means what? So myself also I'm improving. Okay, it will be useful for the other students. Okay, obviously I will say, so some in my one of the student, okay, so Madhu or Mugda, okay, so ask this type of question, right? So then it will be useful to you. Okay, so like that you can improve your knowledge, right? So chalo, then coming to the point, so today we are going to discuss the fields. Today we are going to discuss the fields. In my students object, we are having different types of the fields, as a system administrator or as an administrator. Okay, so I am not writing any code to so implement these fields, application and objects, right? See, yesterday we discussed objects were having two types, object and big object, right? So if you want to create a big object, obviously you need to write the code. Means what? So there a developer will be involved, right? So if you want to create the object, okay, so no one will be involved, right? As an administrator I can create, the same way here. The fields, okay, so we can create through programmatic language, and we can create these fields through the declarative model in admin, right? Okay, some of the fields will be not created in administration, so that's the reason we are going for the development, right? Let's see first of all what are the fields we are having. What was the fields we are having in our declarative model is nothing but what? It's a admin. Programmatic model is nothing but what? That is development. Remember these words also. Okay, when I'm saying declarative model, so that is admin. Declarative model is nothing but what? We are not writing any code. Everything will be declaration. Declared. Something will be available, so we have to use that one. Right. So shallow. So if you want to create any field, so first you have to open the object. First we have to open the object. So when you open the object, first of all, when you click here object, okay, so here you're able to see the records. Here you are able to see the records. Records is nothing but what? A database. Records is nothing but what? Database. And one more thing, so every day when I'm starting the session, so please cross check with me, so whether the session was recording or not, right? So sometimes I will forget about this clicking the recording session, right?
Okay,
Okay, so
Shiva.
this happened yesterday, so that's the reason I'm giving instructions to you, right? Chalo. Okay, so whenever you click here students object, one click, whenever you click here, whenever you open the object, first it will shows the database. First it will show the database. If you want to create this database is nothing but what? In our Salesforce records. Database is nothing but what? It's a in the format of record, right? Okay, so if you want to create this record, obviously we need to click here new button, right? Obviously we need to click here new button. So when you click here new button, you are able to see this form. When you click here new button, you are able to see this form, right? Okay, so this form consists of different fields. This form consists of different fields. Right. Now our topic is how to create these fields. How to create these fields. Right. See here. So right side we are having one button. Right side we are having one button. See, observe careful. Right side we are having one button. So this button called as the force.com quick access menu. Force.com quick access menu. Quick means what? Quick means what? So we can quickly access something. Okay, so we are quickly accessing something. Right. Okay, so when you click here, see, it will show some options. It will show some options. These are the options. View fields, view object, view validation, rows, view approvals, edit application, edit tab, edit layout, and import data. Got it? Right. So as of now, we are working what? Fields. As of we are working on fields. So view fields is nothing but what? So when we click here view fields, when you click here view fields, okay, means what are the fields we are having in the student object? What are the fields we are having in our students object? It will shows all the fields. It will shows all the fields. That is called the view fields. That is called the view fields. Right. So if you want to create a new field, if you want to create a new field, how can you create? Right. So just you can mouse over a view field. See, right side we are getting plus new view fields. This is the view fields. So when you click here, see here, view and manage the fields for this object, for this object, this student object. When you click here plus new, see, add a field to the this object. Add a field to the this object. This object means what? A student's object. You are not providing the name. Just it says object. This object. Right. Okay. So if you want to create any new field in the students object, obviously you have to click here plus new. Obviously you have to click here plus new. Right. So then click here plus new. So when you click here plus new, obviously it will be redirected to the what were the data types we are having. The data type is nothing but what? If you want to create any field, obviously we are using data type. Right. If you want to create any field, obviously we have to use a data type. See, we are having different types of the data types is there. Okay, so just we are making some grouping. See here, we are having auto number, formula, and roll up summary. Okay, so these are the okay. So second stage fields. We'll see later tomorrow. Right. We'll see tomorrow. Right. And this is lookup relationship, master, and external lookup. Okay, so these are the third stage. Means for some advanced fields. Okay, some advanced fields, and these are the remaining, these are the basic fields. Remaining, these are the basic fields. Right. Let's see what are the basic fields. First we'll see today, and what are the advanced fields we'll see tomorrow. See, these are the basic fields. So first one is what? Checkbox. First one is what? Checkbox. What is the meaning of checkbox? What is the meaning of checkbox? For example, active. Okay, see, so whenever we are creating a CRM process in campaigns, okay, we selected first active. Means what? That is a checkbox. True or false? True or false? Right? So if it is checked, means what? So that is, if it is checked, that is true. If it is unchecked, that is false. If it is checked, that is true. If it is unchecked, that is false. Right. So whenever you want to show this true or false, okay, and obviously we have to use this checkbox. Obviously we have to use this checkbox. Right. So when it is checked, it is a true, means it's a correct, and when it is unchecked, means it's a false. Got it? Right. Which situation we are using everything. Okay, so we already given here. We already given in this structure. See here, what was the data type? Okay, used to create. I will explain this one later. Then come and first one is what? Checkbox. And second one is what? Currency. Second one is what? Currency. What's the meaning of currency? What's the meaning of currency? See, for example, in US we are using dollars. Right? In India we are using Indian INR, Indian rupees. Right? So whenever you're entering the field, for example, see exam fee, you enter 200. Means what? So $200. Right. So if I entered here, so it will show so 200 INR, Indian rupees. Right. Means what was the value we entered in that box, and obviously it will add currency symbol, dollar symbol, currency symbol. What was the currency symbol? That is dollar symbol. Right. Okay, so these currency settings we can change it. Okay, so by defaultly it will show a dollar. By defaultly it will show dollar. So we can change the currency settings. We can change the currency settings. We can change the currency settings. Okay, dollars to Indian rupees, or okay, another states, another countries we are having a different dollar. For example, UK. Okay, UK will be pounds, right? Okay, Australian dollars, right? So every country having dollar name, but the symbol will be different. The symbol will be different, right? Okay, so whenever you enter something in this box, and obviously it will shows a dollar symbol. Obviously it will shows what dollar symbol. That is called the currency, right? Okay, and next one is what date. Next one is what date. A date is nothing but what? So we have to provide the date. For example, date of birth. Okay, okay. So in campaigns we seen, okay, what when it is starts and when it is ends. When it is starts and when it is ends, right? So that is called the date field. Okay, I selected the date. I selected the date. Okay, so when I clicked there, automatically a system will shows one calendar. System will shows what? One calendar. In that calendar, simply I'm picking the date. In that calendar, simply I'm picking the date. Okay, so that is called the date. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting call. Yes, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Date means what? So you can pick the value. You can pick the value, or you can enter directly, right? So if you know what was the format, you can enter the date directly, right? Like so date. What was the format? Like a month, first DD date, day, next YY year, or sometimes it will be DD day, and YY year. Okay, so like that we're having different formats. Okay, someone using first date, someone using month first, right? Okay, so that is the different formats, right? So but here a Salesforce provide first day, and then after month, and then after a year, right? That is the date field. That is the date field. And then after we are having date and time, date and time, right? So simultaneously we can enter the date and time, right? So in which situation we can use date, and which situation we can use date and time. For example, date. Okay, so for example, date of birth, date of birth. Okay, so date of marriage, date of marriage. Okay, date of exam, data. For example, our exam. Okay, so particular day, particular time, right? So that distribution we are using date and time, right? 21st evening 5 o'clock we are having exam, right? So that situation we used to do date and time both, date and time both, right? The same way. Okay, so for example, marriage, marriage, date and time, date and time. See here we're having three fields. One is date, the date and time, and bottom of the line we are having time. Time is nothing but what? So we are providing only time. Only time means what? Every day 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. IST, we have a Salesforce administration session. Right? So here I didn't use it the date, only time, every day. right? Every day 5 p.m. I have session, right? Okay, so tomorrow we're having meeting, what time? So that particular time. Or every day our office hours, okay, so morning this time to evening this time, start of the day and end of the day, right? So means what, based on the situations, so we can use, based on the situations we can use either date or time or date and time, right? For example, transaction. So when you did a transaction, okay, when you transfer the amount, obviously what date what time. If you send an email, what date what time, right? Okay, so based on the right requirement, we can use the data type, right? And then after we are having email, then after we are having what, email. What's the meaning of email? Electronic mail, right? So means what, see, so why we are providing this email field, means what, end user have to provide their own email id, their whole own email id, working email id, right? Email having one format, email having one a format. What was the format? For example, mugdha@gmail.com, madhu@gmail.com, shiva@yahoo.com, anything, or shiva@opentext.com, shiva@tcs.com, madhu@infosys.com, right? So like that, obviously you need to provide at the rate something service provider .com, .in, .net, whatever it may be, you can provide, but it should be at the rate service dot, right? This type of format. So whenever user enter this type of format, so then only the system will be accept, oh, this is the email, yes, we need to accept this what data value, right? If in the case user provided only name in email box, okay, so if they enter only name like Shiva, okay, so when you trying to save this record, obviously it will show error, obviously it will show error, obviously it will shows what, error. Got it? Okay, so this is email. Next one is what? A geolocation. Next one is what? A geolocation. So geolocation is nothing but what? So here, if you want to find out the geolocation, obviously you need to provide, obviously you need to provide two things. Obviously you need to provide two things. One is longitude, one is latitude. One is longitude and second one is what? Latitude. Right? So these are the two, okay, so geolocation access numbers, right? So when you go for the Google Maps, when you go for the Google Maps, okay, so when you select my location, and obviously it will give two numbers, one is longitude and what is latitude, right? So means what, one is horizontal line and one is vertical line, one is horizontal line and one is vertical line. So when you provide this horizontal and vertical line, so that is the pinpoint location of your location, right? Right. For example, see, so whenever you book a cab or whenever you book a food online, right? Obviously they are asking, so please allow your location. Okay, so please enable your location. Means what? So whenever you enable your location, and automatically that application will capture what was the longitude and latitude of your location, right? So pinpoint location means what? As of now you are in that place, simply so others can know. The same way here also, okay, we can if we provide this longitude and latitude, so we can find out the user location. If we find out the user location, got it? So that is called the geolocation. That is called the what? A geolocation. Next one is what? Number. Next one is what? Number. See, allows to users to enter any number. Any number is nothing but 0 to 9. 0 to 9 we are having numbers now, so we can enter the numbers, we can enter the numbers. What was the leading zeros are removing? For example, if you enter 78.09, that 09 decimal points will be removed, decimal points will be removed. Okay, it accepts only the numbers, not decimal numbers. Got it? So that is the number form. For example, if you want to enter any number like a passport number, okay, so like a PAN card number, Aadhaar card number, or your identification number, right? So in that type of situation, we can use this number field. We can use this number field, right? And then after what percent? Then after what percent? Percentage. Simply like here currency, the percentage also, it will shows only what was the percentage symbol. It will shows only what was the a percentage symbol. For example, if you enter 68 in output, it will shows a 68 percentage. In output, it will shows a 68 percentage. If you enter 70 output, it will shows a 70 percentage symbol. What was the symbol? That symbol automatically added. The symbol automatically added, right? That is called the percentage. And then after what? Phone. Then after phone. Phone is nothing but what? So it allows numbers. It allows number like number. It allows numbers, right? So user enters their phone number. For example, let's see in India, what was the country code? That is +91, and then after the phone number having 10 digits. Phone number having 10 digits. Coming to you, you are in your US, right? What was the country code? That is +1. That is +1. And then after, you have to provide what was the state code or area code, right? For example, 630. Okay, so one area code. Okay, so 312, one area code. Okay, so the starting three digits will be common for the who are living in that area, right? Okay, so that is that format. That every country having a different format. Every country having a different format, right? So based on the requirement, we can do it. We can manage it, right? So here allows to user to enter a allows to user to enter a phone number, automatically formats a phone number, automatically formats a phone number, right? See, so once you enter here phone number, once here enter phone number, so whenever you clicking on that number, and automatically it will goes to the call to the that number, automatically goes call to the that particular number. For example, we created one contact with Madhu, right? In that Madhu record, we provided phone number as the 12345 like that. So whenever clicking that number, okay, automatically we call will be connected to the Madhu, right? Okay, so that is a phone. Next one is not pick list. Next one is not pick list. What's the meaning of pick list? What's the meaning of pick list? Pick list is nothing but we're having some values. We're having some values. So just we are selecting one value from the list. Okay, we are having list of values. We're having list of values. Okay, so just we are selecting one value from the list. Just we are selecting one value from the list. That is called the pick list. That is called the what? Pick list. Right. For example, our application menu, app menu, right? Application menu also is there. Topmost right side we are having app menu, na? So that is a pick list model. That is a pick list model. We are having multiple applications. We are having multiple applications, but we are selecting only one application at a time. Right? In pick list, you can select only one application at a time. You can select only one application at a time. That is called the pick list. That is called the what? Pick list. Next one is what? A pick list multi-select. Next one is what? A pick list multi-select. Right, a pick list multi-select is nothing but what? So basically, this is the pick list model. We're having multiple values. So we can select multiple values. We can select multiple values. Right, only pick list is nothing but what? You are selecting only one value. Pick list multi-select is nothing but what? You are selecting multiple values. You are selecting what? Multiple values. That is called the pick list multi-select. And next one is what? Text. Next one is what? Text. Text is nothing but what? User can enter, okay, so both the numbers and the characters. User can enter both numbers and characters like ABCDs and numbers. For example, checkbox, that is true or false, right? So currency, you can enter numbers. Date, you can enter numbers. Date and time, you can enter numbers. Email, combination of numbers and characters. Geolocation, it accepts number. Number, it accepts number. Percentage, it accepts number. Phone number, it accepts number. Pick list, either numbers or characters, right? So only this type of data will also this data type. A data type is nothing but what meaning? Data type is nothing but what? What was the meaning data type, right? So what was the data we are allowing to store? What was the data we are allowing to save the information? For example, number field is there. Number is a data type, right? So this number allows only numbers. If you enter here text, obviously it will show error. Obviously it will show error, right? So that is the what is the next one? Text. Text is nothing but what? It allows to enter both the numbers and characters, both the numbers and characters. Next, text area. Text area, see here, text area allows to user enter up to 255 characters on separated lines. Allows to users enter up to 255 characters on a separated lines. Got it. See, text area, text is nothing but what? It's a simple line. In our students object, we got one field, student name. That is a simple line. That is called text. That is called the what? Text. Text area is nothing but what? If you want to enter your address, if you want to enter your address, you're entering your address in a single line? No, we're entering in a multiple lines. First, what's the name? Okay, so daughter of, right? Then after, what was the street, flat number, okay, something, city, state, okay, so landmark, phone number, pin code, right? all those things will be entered in a multiple lines. All those things will be entered in a multiple lines. That is called the what? Text area. That is called the what? Text area. Right? And next one is what? A text area long. Text area long. See here, in text area, it allows 255 characters. Okay, so it allows multiple lines, separate lines. Right? Line 1, line 2, line 3. Okay, like that you can enter multiple lines. Right? But the restriction is what? You can enter up to only 255 characters. 255 characters. The same thing, text area long. Text area long. Okay, so this is also allows to enter multiple lines, but the restriction is it allows 1,31,072 characters. 1,31,072 characters. Right? That is called the text area long. That is called the text area long. Next one is what? A text area rich. Next one is what? A text area rich. Right? So text area rich is about what? It allows formatted text, some images, some links, some videos like that. Right? So here in this text area rich also we can allow 1,31,072 characters in separated line. See here, text area rich is nothing but what? Our Gmail compose box. For example, our Gmail compose box, okay, we can enter different formatted text. Right? So we can we can increase the font size and the styling and everything. Right? For example, that is the text area rich. Text area long. Text area long. For example, in some websites we are having complaint box. The complaints box is the common for all the users. Okay, so we cannot change the font style, we cannot change the coloring and everything. That is a fixed one. Right? So text area long is nothing but what? So only we can enter up to 1,31,072 characters on separated lines. Text area rich is nothing but what? So we can add images and something. Right. Next one. Text encrypted. Text encrypted. What is the meaning of encrypted? For example, see, so whenever we are doing any payment on my credit card or debit card, it will shows only last 4 digits. It will shows last 4 digits. Whenever getting a OTP in our laptop screen, it will shows only last 2 digits of my phone number. Last 2 digits of or 3 digits of my phone number. Means what? So before the numbers was masked. Before the numbers was what? Masked. Means what? So no one cannot see those information. No one cannot see those information. That is called the what? Text encrypt. For example, password. So whenever you're trying to enter the password, it will show dot dot star stars. Right? That is called the password. Next one is what? Time. Next one is what? Time. Time is nothing but what? Time is nothing but what? We can enter only time, either 24 hours or 12 hours. Right? And next one is what? URL. Okay, we can enter any website domain name. Right? Whenever clicking on domain name, and obviously it will open in a new window, new tab. Right? So these are the fields we are having. These are the fields we are having in our Salesforce. Basic fields, basic data types. By using these data types, we are creating all those fields. By using this data type, we are going to create all those fields. So for example, so in this diagram, what was the thing we are having, like state here, text is there now. I'm going to show two things. One is text and one is number. Okay, state, text, right? So then you can come here, So for state, so here data type is what? For state, what was the data type here?
Text.
That is text.
Text.
That is text. Okay, means what? Here we need to select the text data type. Text. Select here text, and then after click here next button. Then after click here next button. Right. So what was the field name? What was the field name? That is state.
State.
State. Right. So when you enter the field label, automatically field name will be automatically interpreted. And what was the length? Length will be 13 characters. Means what? We can allow 13 characters. We are providing some restriction, validating. Right. We are providing some restriction. Right. The user can enter only 13 characters. Then after, you can write the description. You can write the help text. So here required. Required means what? You are getting this mandatory mark like this. We're getting here red color line is there, na? So that is indicates it's a mandatory. Right? So don't check this mandatory mark. Don't check this mandatory mark. First point. Don't check this mandatory mark. Second one, unique. Right? So state. See, when I'm creating a Madhu, this guy is from California, right? So when I'm creating Mugda, the state is California, right? If you provide here, this one is a unique. Okay, so because what? Only one student having California. If anyone having California state, is does not allow, right? So that's meaning what? Okay, that's not a correct, right? That's not a correct. That's why don't provide unique, right? Why? Because the state, okay, city, country, so many members are living. For example, the main phone number, you can provide unique. Unique is the phone number. Email ID is a unique one, phone number. Okay, so email ID is unique and phone number is unique. Okay, so that two fields you can go for the unique, but the remaining fields don't go for the unique. Right? Why? Because see, so many members are living in the state. Right? So many members are living in this country. Right? So based on the what type of things you are creating. Okay, so based on that, you have to based on that you have to provide the inputs. Then after external ID. External ID is nothing but what? So whenever you want to connect with our external system, right? Another platform like SAP, that is external system, right? If you want to connect with any external system, for example, Velocity, right? That is a Salesforce, another module. So if you want to connect with my Salesforce to that module, okay, you can use external ID, right? So as of now, we are not connecting any external system now, so no need to check this one, right? So then simply go here next. What is this formula? As of now, we didn't complete a formula, then skip it. So you have to do only one thing. You have to provide the label and the names. That's enough. Then after click here, next, save it. But don't check anything. Okay, so don't do anything. So just you have to provide the label name and label and name. Then you can come here, students object, refresh it, refresh it. See, I got state field, right? So then I'm going to enter the number field. Where is that number? Zip code. A zip code is number, right? Then you can come here. So how to create this field under students object? First we have to go here students and open this fields. See why we are opening these fields. For example, see this quick access menu will be available here also. Just you can go here. Here also this quick access menu available. So when you see here, see view fields and create, right? So whenever you selecting this object, so then only you will get this information. Right. So when you click here new button, the same information available. See, when you click here, see new view and then click here plus new, then click here plus new. Here you have to select the data type. What was the data type for the zip code? That is number. Select the number and then after click here next. Then after click here next. See, so what was the label? What was the label? That is a zip code. Zip code. So how much of length? That is zip code maximum we are providing 9 characters. Any decimal points? No. Zip code don't have any decimal points. Right. Then after scroll down, see here. Required? No. Unique? No. External ID? No. Right. You required means what? This is mandatory? No, it's not a mandatory. Unique? This one is unique? No, it's not unique. Why? Because so many members having the same zip code. External ID? So not. We are not connecting anything. So then click here next and save it. Next and save it. Okay, so like this, you have to create what was the fields we are having, all the 7 objects. What were the fields we are having? All the 7 objects. Right. Then you can come here, refresh this page, refresh this. Now you can see zip code. Zip code. Got it? Right. Okay, so like this you have to create, but here you have to observe one thing. So what was the auto number? No need to create this one. And what was the relationship? No need to create this one. Auto number, don't create auto number, don't create relationship, right? And the rest of the things we can create. So here MD, this is also don't create, and here relationship don't create, right? Rest of the things we have to create, right? So this information I want tomorrow. Application name, 7 objects, all the fields. Then only I'm going to teach the next session. Directly I'm saying. Right.
Okay,
So if you're
sure.
not at completed, okay, obviously I will consider you are busy with your work, right? So that's the reason you're attending your session now by having 1 hour time now. So in session only you can complete, right?
Mm.
So you don't have time to practice, but you have time to attend the session, right? In session only you can complete. Got it?
Okay, Shiva.
Right. So chalo. Any doubts on this topic?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
we'll
So
complete
once
today.
once you completed this task now, and tomorrow we'll see some advanced fields,
Okay.
and what were these relationships and everything. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalo. So we'll meet tomorrow. Mugdha, just remind me, 17 means what? Your Saturday, and we will finalize the exam date. Right?
Yeah. 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 Sure.
So chalo. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.